Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and for today's video, I'm giving y'all a sabbatical prep update, month number 5. Quick little intro in case you are new here or you haven't watched any of my previous sabbatical videos, but I am currently planning to take a sabbatical in a few months. With this sabbatical, I do plan on doing a lot of resting and recovering, but also the plan is to take my business full-time. So I've been documenting my preparation for this sabbatical, and I can link all of those videos in my description box. Honestly, I don't have too much to go over, but the first thing that I want to say is just a huge thank you to all of y'all for the crazy amount of support from my month 4 update video, the sabbatical prep update. In that video, I had addressed a negative comment or just basically an unsupportive comment, and so many of y'all backed me up, and so many of y'all were saying like, this is your life, this is your sabbatical, you can do what you want to, and we're here to support you. Like, there was just so much support, and really the bulk of the comments that I see on my channel are supportive, so I greatly appreciate that, and y'all do not go unnoticed. I know that it's just one negative comment amongst the sea of so many positive comments, but I mean, just being a content creator, creating content and putting my life on the internet, I know I open myself to those things happening, but that's kind of why if you notice, sometimes I take a while to respond to comments, or I may not respond to them at all, because sometimes I avoid the comments so that I don't see anything negative, because it does happen here and there. Sometimes I'll just delete them, sometimes I will respond or just ignore them, whatever. But depending on the time of day, like if I read it early in the morning or before bed or something, it affects my sleep or it affects the rest of my day. And it's kind of like, you know, somebody just touching you versus somebody punching you. Like 100 people could gently touch me, but if one person punches me in the face, like that's gonna stand out the most, you know? I know that's a silly analogy, but that's kind of why it stands out. And trust me, I really appreciate all of the positive comments, but for me, it's sometimes hard not to dwell on those negative ones. And I think a lot of people could relate to that. Like if you've ever had negative feedback or have seen something negative said about you, then you could understand that. But yeah, just thank y'all so much, and I really appreciate everybody being so understanding and supportive. I also wanted to mention that I think I'm gonna go live in March. So I put it to save the date for March 24th. This is Sunday, March 24th. I don't know what time yet, but it's probably gonna be similar to the last time I went live. I think I went live at, it was either 11 or at 1 Eastern time. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I'll keep y'all posted. But I know when I went live last time, that was my first time ever going live for my YouTube channel. I was very nervous, but I absolutely loved it. And that was when I had become officially debt-free. Like just a few days before that, I had completely paid off the last of my debt. And I really enjoyed going live, and I said, oh, maybe I'll do this every quarter or so, and I haven't gone live since then. The time went by really fast, so I think I do want to start doing them quarterly, but at least I'll do March 24th. That's actually the Sunday right before I'm taking a full week off of work. I've already put it on my PTO calendar. I am so excited this time around. I am not going anywhere, like I'm not traveling for this week off. I'm just gonna be at home. I've never really done that. Typically when I take like a week off of work, it's because of travel, and I absolutely love traveling, and it can be a bit of rest and recuperation, you know, but also when you travel, you usually are doing a lot of activities, or you are doing some time traveling. So when you get back, you're jet lagged, and that's definitely been everything that I've experienced when I've taken PTO. So with this, I think the last time I did this, I took a week off back in 2020 when I had my old job, and that was really nice. Like I just loved being able to do anything throughout the day. Like if I go to the grocery store on a Tuesday and there's like nobody there, love that. So I'm very excited because I just feel like I need a little bit of a break from work, and maybe it will help a bit with just how I've been feeling. So let's talk about that a little bit, specifically about February. I will say February, I know it's a shorter month, but it went so fast. Like I just think back on, this is how I kind of felt in January too, and maybe this is how it feels every month at this point. But things that happened at the beginning of February feel like months ago, but the month went super, super fast at the same time. It was almost like it didn't even happen, but I feel like I did so much in the month of February. And as far as work goes, I would say it wasn't too bad. I felt a little bit better than I did in January. And I think part of that is the days getting longer, the weather getting a little bit better. We had a lot of rain recently, and that definitely bums me out. My mood is definitely affected by the weather. The winter months just aren't the best for me. It makes me less focused, less energized, less motivated, especially to work. So that was what I was experiencing a lot in January. But I feel like I had a little bit more focus in February when it came to my full-time job, which is good. And also we've been busier at work, which I think is a good thing. I feel like when I'm busier, I work better for whatever reason. I don't like the idea of having to like search for work. I just shouldn't have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all don't have work for me to do, I should be able to log off, in my opinion. But that's not how things happen. I also had some extra time off in February, so I did have a 3-day weekend toward the beginning, and then I had a 4-day weekend. So there was President's Day, but I also took that Friday off just so I could have a 4-day weekend. So that was nice to have shorter weeks included in the month. And similar to January, I made time for my hobbies and things that were a little bit more focused on recovery or just not so, not being productive. So a lot more crochet projects. If you watch my lifestyle channel, I was showing all of the things I worked on. I have since crocheted even more things, and that's been really fun for me. I was reading a lot. I didn't read as many books, but I probably read more pages in February than I did in January because of one of the books I read was really long. I started my garden, which was nice. It's a little bit tiring. Like honestly, I overexerted myself one of those days, but just being outside was really nice. And I know that gardening can be like really, it's good for your body. You know, you're like touching the earth and you are just kind of focused on that. And I feel like it did benefit me. Like I was doing those things on the weekend, but I felt really good about it. Like it was like an accomplishment, I guess. So it's just been really fun to have those hobbies to do, and I've been making sure to make time for them. And then the finance side of everything for my upcoming sabbatical, I did finish another sinking fund in February. I've talked about this multiple times in like Transfer Tuesday and my February finance update, but in January I finished my beauty sinking fund, which had a goal of $3,000, so that's done. And then in February I finished my business sinking fund, which had a goal of $4,000, and that is complete. The business sinking fund is for when I do take my business full time, I can reach into those funds if I need to. I also will probably use those for my giveaways, my biannual. Is that is biannual 2 times a year or every other year? I am planning to do a scholarship grant giveaway 2 times a year. That will be coming up in May. So it's gonna be May and November at this point. I think this year I'll try to cash flow that and not pull from the sinking fund until I actually take my business full time. But I would also use those funds for that giveaway if necessary. In February, I did get a head start on my travel sinking fund, which is where I want $5,000 specific to travel, and I was excited to start on that. I didn't think I would be able to, and yeah, I'm just really grateful to be able to crush through these sinking fund goals and to be investing quite a lot right now. It's just crazy to see. I'm so grateful for where my finances are at this point. I made that video about being debt-free, like how I love being debt-free. And it's kind of interesting because just yesterday I was looking at the analytics on my video. That one has a lot of views, like over 19,000. And I remember before making that video, I was unsure about it. I was like, are people even going to want to watch this? Like, it's kind of just me explaining why I like being debt-free. And obviously the video kind of has, like, it has some information in it, like factual stuff, like now you can invest more, now you can save more, but it was very much so related to my experience. So I wasn't sure if it would be beneficial at all because it wasn't like super, I guess it wasn't super helpful, but I'm glad that it's doing well. I almost didn't film that video is what I'm trying to say. For some reason, those always tend to be the best performing. Whenever I'm hesitant about something and then I actually do it, they do well. So very cool to see. But yes, going back to what I was saying, I am just so very grateful to have the multiple streams of income that I have right now and the amount of income that is coming in, because this is helping tremendously. And like I say frequently, please don't compare where you are to where I am, because this has taken years and years of time and effort, work, all of that. So I don't want anybody to feel bad who watches my content and be like, oh, I'm not making that amount of money, so I'm not able to save that much. I'm not able to invest that much. But yeah, I strongly encourage y'all to go back to my old videos, and you'll see that there was a time where I was not investing anything. There was a time where I had thousands in debt and I was only focused on that. Like it was not always like this. So it's just such a blessing to be at this point in my journey, because basically my full W-2 paycheck is going to savings and investing, and I love it. It's just so amazing to see the progress and to be able to basically afford what I need to pay for from my business income. Another thing, which I have already talked about in a couple other videos, but I did a couple months ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, I signed up for a Truist checking account so that I could get the $300 bonus that was being offered. All I had to do was deposit, I believe, $1,000. That's direct deposit from being paid, I believe within 60 days or within 90 days of opening, and then you get the $300 bonus. I did end up receiving that $300 in February, and I just put it straight to savings. Y'all know that that's one of my favorite ways to earn income. I think it is so fun. It's like a game. Like, how much money can I make from sign-up bonuses this year? I did start looking for some more. I haven't found a good fit yet, but I do have a couple in mind. The only thing is the bonuses are a little bit smaller, but as long as I don't have to put in too much effort, even $100 is worth it. But of course, I'll keep y'all posted. And the other thing is that Truist checking account bonus is now up to $400, I saw. So I was a little upset that I missed the $400, because I tried last year. I tried to sign up for this checking account last year, but I wasn't able to because it wasn't recognizing my new address. It was basically saying I hadn't lived here long enough, I guess, and I was not able to open an account. So then I tried again a few months later. That's how I got the $300, but now it's back to $400. So if you are interested, check it out. I believe that's everything. Just going with the flow right now, and things are looking good. I'll keep y'all posted on that date that I go live, but as of right now, I think it will be March 24th. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video, watching any of my videos, leaving comments, liking, just support in general. I greatly appreciate you. And with that, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.